Hello, and I am here with yet another meditation for this week. And the topic that I am exploring this week is anger. It was prompted by my posting a couple of weeks ago about patience as a possible antidote to anger. And although the focus was on patience, quite a few people posted responses that had to do with anger. So I thought, why not just dive in and really connect with anger this week? But we're not just dealing with just like fist pounding, hitting our head against a wall kind of anger. We're actually going to look at the enlightened aspect of anger. So in Tibetan Buddhism, we view the enlightened aspect of anger is mirror-like wisdom. And so it's associated with what we call the Vajra family. And this family is about connecting with a sense of precision. If you think about a mirror reflects exactly back what is shown in the mirror. And so this is actually an amazing skill, an amazing tool that you can add rather than doing what society normally does. Either with anger, we are acting it out and perhaps lashing out at someone, or we are repressing it, pressing it down and leading to depression. And so luckily there are other alternatives than what society is generally telling us we can do with anger. And so I'd really love to bring you into an experience today of an alternative way of working with anger. So I would like to invite you to connect with your heart. I really love putting my hands over my heart. I invite you to do the same. And if you feel comfortable, you can close your eyes and begin to breathe in through your hands into your heart, and breathing out through your hands out of your heart, and just starting to really connect in with your heart space as you're bringing your attention, breathing in through your hands into your heart, and letting go, breathing out through your hands out of your heart, and just sort of settling into a sense of presence within your entire body. So connecting with feeling yourself in your entire body, this precious gift of a body. Just continuing to breathe into your heart, breathing out through your heart, inviting you to connect with the sense of connection with the earth below you. So you can feel where your seat is, you can feel your feet on the floor, maybe you're even outside on the ground, and just starting to connect in with that sense of you are taking your place on this earth. You belong to this earth, you are a child of this earth. So connecting in to Mother Earth, connecting in with that deep sense of connection. Also inviting you to sense the incredible expansive space of the sky above you. So much space for you, your dreams, connecting with that sense of space above. And again, connecting in with your heart, your beautiful human heart, your unique expression in this lifetime through your heart. And using your heart as a sense of connecting that groundedness with Mother Earth and the expansiveness of the sky above you, and creating this link, this connection through your emanation, through your living your life, creating this beautiful connection between the groundedness of earth and the expansiveness of sky. And now inviting you to tune in to the feeling that you might have experienced through the picture in my background, this clear glassy lake, this expansive lake with a glassy surface that is so smooth and reflective, it can reflect the mountains above it. So connecting with that sense of clarity and reflection. the peacefulness. And so as you now can call into your awareness the feeling of anger. It could be anger at someone. It could be anger at the acts of an organization or a political body. Calling to mind that feeling of anger. If you want to call to mind an exact situation, you can, or if you want to just call to mind just a general experience of anger, which often can be felt like within like a closet, contained within a small space. And we can just feel like we just need to bust out. Like a lot of times the experience of anger is just like this fiery roar of needing to bust through something. And now we are connecting with the sense of spaciousness of the Vajra family, the spaciousness of sky, the spaciousness of this lake, this clear, smooth lake that's so reflective. And so here we are not running away from that feeling of anger, and we're not feeling like we need to burst out with the feeling of anger. We are now inviting that feeling of anger into the spaciousness of this mirror-like lake that we have in this space that we have created. So the anger can be as full and as big and as colorful as your anger is. And we are inviting that anger in. And we have a sense of confidence that we are being held by the Vajra Buddha family to experience this anger in a clear way. And so now inviting you to actually see the reflection of the anger on the surface of this mirror lake. So it could be an ugly face on the lake. It could be all kinds of colors, intense colors maybe, or vibrant colors on the surface of the lake. And in the space where we are held by the Vajra Buddha family, we can simply look at the reflection of this anger in the lake. We can be with it. We can allow the anger to live on the surface of this lake. And because of the sense of spaciousness and clarity and the coolness, we can actually look at the anger on the surface of the lake. It can actually feel okay to be with the anger, to be curious and to look at what is appearing on the surface of this lake. So inviting you to bring some attention and to maybe even enjoy looking at this expression of the anger on the surface of the lake and start to see how, there's almost like a transformation through the surface of the lake of, certain aspects of the picture, can see certain pieces of it, can actually see separation between pieces, and you can see how it kind of is made up of different pieces. It's not just one energy. The situation is actually made up of different pieces. And so being present with the anger reflecting on this beautiful mirror surface of the lake, and you may find that as your heart has released and this anger is allowed to be on the mirror surface, that certain insights or ahas can start to be released from this image of the anger that's reflected on the lake. For instance, if you are angry at someone, perhaps a higher perspective, a perspective from above the situation may emerge where you can see where this person is coming from. Maybe you start to realize, maybe they had a rough childhood. Maybe they had a rough experience in marriage. Maybe there's, something that is stuck within them that has caused them to act the way that has angered you. And it can be very helpful to be able to see a wider perspective, to understand perhaps where someone's behavior may be coming from. It doesn't mean that we just let them run rampant. Further information that sometimes can emerge when you allow the anger into the mirror is how to effectively work with the person who has caused your anger. Sometimes it means holding a firm line with them. So even insights about how you might respond to this experience could emerge as you are beholding the image within the surface of the lake. Just wisdom can start to emerge around this experience of anger, understanding of the anger, and perhaps insight in how you might relate with the situation. And perhaps even something will dissolve so that you realize you don't even need to do anything about this situation. That the most wise way of relating with it is simply to walk away, and you can allow the mirror-like wisdom to really seep into your being so that you can embody that walking away in a very clear, pristine way. The Vajra family is very, very pristine, precise, very clear, and that clarity can provide a beautiful foundation for right action in any situation. So I'd like to start to move into closing our meditative experience with the mirror-like wisdom in this lake by, first of all, thanking the anger for coming forward and sharing itself in the surface of the lake. And also thank the Vajra Buddha family for gifting us the experience of this Vajra space where we can encounter our anger, and thanking them for the blessing of their wisdom, of mirror-like wisdom. And lastly, I'd like to invite you to thank yourself for being willing to encounter yourself in this way and open to a different way of experiencing your anger. So thank you for being open to trying something a little different and exploring. So, having given thanks, inviting you to start to come back into your body and the here and the now. Inviting you, if you'd like, you can even just rub your heart space, rub your chest a little bit where your hands may be placed. Just giving your heart a little hug with a little rub, and inviting you to wiggle your fingers and your toes as you come fully back into your body, into the present moment. And when you feel ready, you can gently open your eyes and come back into this present moment. And inviting you to do this in a gentle way of transitioning back so that you can allow this thread, this stream of the mirror-like wisdom to carry forward in your day or your night, allowing the blessing of what you've just experienced to continue forward. So thank you again. We're going to have some more discussion about anger in my post this week, really welcoming you, inviting you to post any reflections you're having, any ahas that you're having, and look forward to seeing you soon. Okay, bye-bye.